Good morning, you guys. How are you doing this morning? I am DBanks, certified John Maxwell coach, identity authenticator, empowering women of all ages to walk in their true authentic selves, one woman at a time. How are you guys doing this morning? I pray you are having an amazing Friday. It's one of those days for me. It took a lot to get up this morning. I hope this is center right. To get up this morning to do this video this morning. But I'm going to press on anyway. So the title of this video, I titled it, Get Over Yourself. My original topic for today was supposed to be winning over your fears. But if I'm honest, I had a week from hell. And I know I'm jumping right on in instead of doing all the announcements and all that. But I just want to be honest and transparent. It was just one of those weeks where if everything could go wrong, it did. You know, my son was giving teachers hell. My inbox was blowing up. It was just one of those weeks. And I was reacting with an attitude. I was reacting with emotion. It was like an emotional roller coaster ride. All the while, I'm trying to work on a project. And I can't even enjoy the creativity of the project because I am frustrated, because I am angry at the situation and how this week was going. And by Wednesday, it was as though, as loud, as clear as I can hear it, get over yourself. And I'm like, what? Get over myself? It was like saying, why are you acting brand new? Like nothing like this has ever happened. Like you have never had a week like this before. Why are you reacting the same way every time? Like, have you ever had a week like that where every time you go through something, you give it the same reaction? And we already know the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, getting the same results. That is what was happening to me this week. I was reacting to my son, to the situation, to everything the exact same way. And I had to get over myself. Like, why are you entertaining this the same way every single time? How is that working for you? It wasn't. It wasn't working for me at all. I had to change. We talk about perspective a lot. I had to change my perspective and approach real quick, because if I hadn't have gotten over myself, I'd have missed out on what God was trying to birth through me, what God was trying to work. Because when you allow your situation and things that you go through to put you in a position of defeat, it draws you further and further away from destiny. But when you get in a position of creativity, joy, peace, and happiness, you're closer to your destiny. You're in the right direction. But I was quickly to react the same way I have always reacted, like it was something new, right? So I want you guys to get in your mind that when you go through something or you're having a week from hell, stop for a second and say, have I been here before? Why am I reacting the same way every single time? And stepping out of a position of creativity, stepping out of a position of happiness, joy, building my dreams, and entering into a position of defeat. Why am I allowing it to cause me to get further away from my dream to even entertain this? You understand what I'm saying? Like, don't give it the same energy because you're not brand new to it. It has happened before. So change the way you look at it to get back in position of whatever position you was in at the moment before this took place. Get back in and say, you know what? I'm not going to entertain you this week. I'm going to change how I'm going to have to approach my situation differently this time. Just like for my son right now, I got to come up with a different approach. Because the approach that I had before obviously wasn't working. So instead of getting a position of angry and upset and, just throwing things emotionally out, I need to reel some of that back in and say, what can I do differently? What can I do to get back in the position? And I'm all for speaking life. That's when you have to dig deep in the word, dig deep within yourself to pull out what you need to continue to make it throughout the week, to get back in the position of creativity, back in the position of joy and peace, so that you can move closer to what God has in store for you, instead of allowing yourself to get caught up in the mess, in the tunnel, and pull yourself further away from what God is trying to get you to. If he got you through the last season or the last week, he'll get you through this week. He'll get me through this week. I just need to dig deep and push past all the mess that has taken place, because it's not brand new. But what needs to be brand new is how I handle the situation. How do I handle that week from hell? How you handle that week from hell? You're stronger than you think you are. We are equipped to have dominion. We are equipped to move past what we have, where we don't have to face it the same every single time. To the replay audience, thank you guys for watching. To everybody else, I know I didn't say good morning and all of those things right up front, but I just wanted to jump in because this morning I'm having to dig deep to push through, to get through my day, and to speak life, and to speak life over my business, speak life over my children, speak life into myself, to find, because the word gives you life. The word will strengthen you when you have no other strength to make it. So this week, I'm not going to be on here long. I just want to encourage you. If you are having the week from hell, push past, dig deep, and get over yourself. I know it's harsh because it was harsh when I heard it. Like, get over myself. Like, really, get over yourself, because you're blocking the blessing I'm trying to get to you. You're blocking what I'm trying to produce through you because you're focusing on the wrong thing. I know it hurts. I know it's painful. I know you don't feel like, because really, I felt like getting in my car and driving off and staying gone for a long period of time. Like, really, that's what I wanted to do. But I needed to do something different if I want to possess everything that God has for me. I have to learn to push past what I'm feeling in the moment and dig deep. Women who have gave birth to children, you know what I'm talking about. Right before your baby appears, you're pushing, you having to dig deep, everything inside of you to give life to this baby. It is the same way with what God is trying to give you. When the enemy is trying to distract you with all of this chaos and all of this mess, this is when you have to dig deep to push through all of this, to birth what God is trying to give you, what God is trying to get through you, to produce that vision, that dream, that family, whatever it is. Only you know the answer to that. He wants to do it through you. He never said that trials would not come, but he said he will be with you. He will go through it with you. He will hold your hands through it if you just hold on. If we just hold on and dig deep. So I encourage you today to dig deep. Get over yourself. Push past. Don't act brand new. It's not new. The situation has happened before. And if it's something that has really thrown you off your game and something that is brand new to you, dig deep. Dig deep. And reach out and cry before God. Get around some prayer warriors who can pray you through. Link up. Don't do it alone. You're not in this alone. The enemy wants you in a season of isolation. Why? Because if he can keep you in a season of isolation, then he can keep you away from being productive. He can keep you away from hearing things that will strengthen you. right? I know about a season of isolation. You don't want to be in there where you don't depend on anyone. You don't trust anyone. You don't want anybody's help because you got it. How's that working for you? It wasn't working for me. You do better when you're going through reaching out for prayer, reaching out for someone to pull you through, to encourage you. I'm not saying tell it to everybody because everybody don't need to know what's going on. But allow God to direct you to the right person who can speak a word, speak life, encourage you. You know, even if you come here, be encouraged to know that this season too will pass, that there is a brighter day. Weeping may endure for a night, but morning, it'll come. It'll come. I know I keep saying that, but it'll come. So I pray you have an amazing Friday. Please share the video. I hope this has blessed you. I didn't mean to be so deep, but that's just being honest. This is what my week was like, and this is how I need to be encouraged. I did not want to say, I'm not going to get on and do the video because trust me, I did not want to do this live. But if I'm passionate about something, I have to show up even when I don't feel like it. And that's a word for somebody. Even if you don't feel like it, you still have to show up and push past. So I pray you have an amazing, amazing weekend, amazing Friday. I hope that you reach all that God has for you. I pray that for you. And I pray that you get through the rest of your week, that you find strength. Open up the word and get a scripture to help you make it through your day. Listen, I am DBanks, Certified John Maxwell Coach, Identity Authenticator, empowering women of all ages to walk in their true, authentic self. God bless.